information. I started the yeah, going back. Uh, so this is a 12 team tournament wherein these 12 teams are distributed between three groups: Group A, Group B, Group C. So four teams in a group. So basically, the league format will be having 18 games in total between these three groups. So every group will play minimum, like every team will play minimum of three matches within that group, which sums up for all these three groups to 18 matches in the league. Okay. The next round will be the two top teams from each group will be proceeding to the next round. So, which is like six teams will go to the next round. But here is a slight twist here. So, the out of the six teams in the overall table, the top two teams, like whoever scores most number of points and then having good run rate, net run rate, those two top teams from the six qualified teams will go to the semis directly. That's the benefit that what we are giving to the top two teams who are topping the overall table. Okay, and in the remaining four teams, they play a quarterfinals and then like proceed into the semifinals. And then the next round from the quarterfinals will be the semifinals, followed by the finals here. Okay,
So you are taking three teams from the each group. Is that correct?
no, it's two teams from each group. So one group has four teams. Out of that four, two will proceed to the next round.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Right? Okay, so that is how it is. And then elaborating on the format, like this is a six over match. When I say like 6 overs, it is like 6 overs per innings. Okay, so altogether one match will be having 12 overs, and then the stipulated time to complete that whole match is 45 minutes. So we will have a 5 minutes break in between innings, but altogether it is like 45 minutes. What we want to complete a ground. And coming to the number of team members, from a roster point of view, it's unlimited. We wanted to give that flexibility to the teams so that like every team can depending on their availability of the team members or like any other reasons, they can add n number of people into their roster. But then at any given point of time, it's a six-member team that has to field into the game. So basically, six members is the one who should be actually be on the field at any given point of time. Yes, Shashi, please.
So like we have to give the names in front, or like like while the tournament is going on, also like if we can add people.
Yeah, good question. So there is a restriction on that one, Shashi. What we wanted to do is like we have to cut down. We wanted to cut down that last minute entries. So we have time till 30th of April. By the time till that time, like the editions are allowed. But after 30th, we don't want to go with the editions.
Perfect. Yeah, that avoids confusion and conflicts.
And then the other important point the captains has to note is like you can have this John.
Are you using crick clubs for this?
No, a different app. I'll give you more details about that. Yeah, as I was saying, the additional information and important information that we have to keep in mind is that um, I was saying like till 30th, right? Yeah, but you can have n number of people in your roster, but for a particular player to play in a playoffs, the eligibility criteria is that player should have been played at least one league match. Okay, so that is the catch here. And then what are the other things? Like 6 overs, I said, like 45 minutes, I said, 5 minutes break, I said, six in the field, I said, unlimited roster, I covered. And then the format of this one is like with the yellow heart tennis ball. And then I'll go into little detail about the field, how the field looks like, and then like what are the restrictions of the fields. Predominantly, if I have to say from a rules point of view, we are pretty much aligned to the ICC rules, regular cricket rules, whatever we are following in our tennis ball cricket matches. But then there are some customized rules what we have brought in just to make sure, as I said, like the fun element or the skill element to stay in the game. And because of this field, whatever we are using here, we have brought in some customized rules. I'm gonna like stress on those, and I'll talk about those in the coming minutes. Okay. Any questions so far? Another important thing is that like say 12 teams, how can you actually distribute between these three groups? Is it hand picking? At this point of time, we say like it's not handpicking, because like the other important aspects from our organizers perspective is to keep the game as clean as possible, as fair as possible. Because at this point of time, we don't know what is the strengths of each team, like how strong his team is, how weak his team is. So we cannot have that permutations and combination from our side. Rather, we're gonna trust an app. All that app will do is like we'll feed in the names of the teams in the 12 teams, and then the app does the distribution between the groups there. So that way, but again, like I'll wait for your opinion, just in case if you wanted to do it twice or thrice, that is also fine for us to keep that fair element in check. Okay. So I'll tell you we're gonna come up with a date when we can have that fixtures. We can do it together, everybody over a call. Just by sharing the screen, I can do that one. But we'll pick a different date for that one. Okay. And then for each innings, we're gonna go with a new ball, new yellow ball. Just in worst case scenario, if the ball is somehow like is lost or probably broken in scenarios, an old ball will be given to the team members. Any questions so far before I go into the next section? All right, I'll take it as a go. And then the other couple of important points are like any win will fetch you like 2 points. And just in case if there is a rain or like any unprecedented issue that stops the match, or if there is a tied match in the league stages, basically the points will be split between the two teams. Okay. Coming to that aspect of tied game, in the league games, we are not going with a super over. Rather, the points will be split between the teams that are playing. But in this, the super over comes into picture in all the playoffs, which are quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. And then that follows the regular ICC rule. If the second super over also gets tied, there will be another super over, and then like the team which bats first in the league in the game will not be allowed to bat in the super over first. Rather, they'll bat second. Okay, those rules are regular. All right, and now I'll go into the important aspect, the customized aspect of this one. Is my screen visible, clear?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so the field what we have chose for this tournament is a softball field. Again, like there are two aspects here. There is a baseball field as well as a softball field. So what's the difference here? So this baseball team, if you see my cursor here, this is the baseball team. The one which is marked in red, this is a softball field. So the major difference between these two is purely the length of the field. Baseball is like 300 feet long, so which is definitely bigger. Coming to softball, it is 200 feet, which is slightly lesser or like smaller than the baseball, but then it's not that small. Okay, that's this figure one will give you an differentiation between a baseball and a softball field. Coming to figure two, so if you see here, like, this is the one which is in magenta. This is how we wanted to put the pitch. This will be on the soil, but this is for a representation, for a direction purpose. This is how the pitch will be. And then if you see the red border here, this is this area within that border is called the field of play. Okay, I'll give you more details. I just wanted to show you a couple of figures and then talk a little bit more. And then if you see the blue ones here, okay, so this is some sort of representation, like segregated into two sections basically. And I'll tell you the reason why it was segregated. And coming here, this picture, there are two fence actually in the softball. One is the front fence and second is the back one. So what we will be considering is the front fence only. The second fence is there. It's nothing to do with our game. The area between this one is inaccessible, but all we are accessible is the field of play, and this is the play area what we will be utilizing completely. Any questions? Okay, I'll proceed ahead. Now comes the custom rules. Is as I said, like yeah, we spoke about these field of play and all these things. Coming to the field restrictions, there are like six members who has to be on the field. leaving the keeper and the bowler, there are four fielders. So the restriction is two fielders should be on the leg side, two fielders should be on the offside. Even in that two fielders also, one should be covering this area, the other one should be on the boundary. At any given point of time, there are only two boundary riders. One is on the leg side, one is on the offside. Two of the fielders will be on the leg and offside on the front side, one keeper and a bowler. That is how the six fielders or the six players will be distributed across the field of area. And then coming to the bowling restrictions, the 6 overs has to be bowled. Like there are like maximum 2 overs that can be bowled by two bowlers out of the six, and remaining two has to be bowled by the remaining four people. And we are not allowing any throw. It's purely cricket because we don't want to take away the essence of cricket. Clear? And then here comes the interesting part. So the blue lines and then the yellow lines. If a batsman hits, or like if the ball hits the front fence uh, after pitching, give me a minute, please. Okay, thank you. Sorry, it's my daughter. um, so this front fence, like if the ball hits this fence after pitching, it's a boundary, which is four. And then like anything goes beyond this yellow fence directly is counted at six. So nothing different from the regular boundary. Coming here, if you see here, the blue ones here, leave this blue line here. Just take out the fences. Anything that goes directly out of the fence or like over the fence is counted as out. And I'll tell you the reason why we wanted to put that rule. And then again, I want to take your opinion also, and then goes with majority. But there are some restrictions since this being a school ground and other aspects. I'll tell you that. So what I'm trying to say is like if the batsman hits the ball over the fence, which is covering the blue one, leaving this one, we are counting that as out. And the other aspect is if it is directly pitching on the fence and going out, then we are declaring two rounds here. Now I come to the reasons like why we want to put that one. We don't want to, since this is not as big as a cricket field, we don't want to make this game as a blunt game. We don't want people to come and then like swing their bat bluntly without second thought. So which actually causes some issues. Like if you see my cursor here, this is a parking lot. So there will be a lot of cars that will be parked there, and then the ball may go too far, which will kill some of the time for us to bring the ball, and then like the replacements of balls, all these things will happen. So we wanted to avoid that, and like keeping that skill element into the game, we wanted to make sure that anything that goes as a blunt hit on this blue color fence is considered as out. But from a straight point of view, you're free to hit over the boundary. Any questions on this? So this is a custom rule that what we are bringing in, but I just wanted to pause for 1 minute and understand your feedback on this one.
Yeah, the rules looks good. But coming to this corner, right? Down corners,
Mhm.
like cow corners.
Mhm.
That's where I feel like the conflicts and arguments may come in. But
Yeah.
if the organizer will be on the ground, yeah, that will be great.
Yes, good one. I'll answer your question before I go to that one. John, please, after you.
So I am currently driving. I cannot see your screen.
Mhm.
But what I understood was I'm just trying to understand here. So is that leg side and offside? You don't have any sixes? Is that the meaning?
Correct, John. That's the reason. Because
Okay, only straight you have a six and a four. Is that right?
correct. No, not on the leg side. Leg side, there is a blue fence. That is what I'm trying to say. But if the batsman tries to hit over the fence on the leg side or the right or the off side, which is having a limited blue line there. Okay, you can I'll circulate this document with you with everyone after the call. You can have a quick look, we can connect and I
Okay.
can explain you again. But what I'm trying to say is on the left side or the off side, to a point, you cannot hit the ball outside the fence. When you do that one,
Okay,
you're
got it.
calling it as out, but there is no
I got
restriction.
it.
Please, yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
All right. And Shashi, to add little more to your question, there is definitely a possibility of conflict. We three also thought about that. What we are going to do is there will be two cameras. I'll come to the umpiring and then like organizing also a little bit and then go to the cameras. So we are not giving away the responsibility of scoring or umpiring to anybody. We don't want to shy away from our responsibility. And then the other thing why we want to do the umpiring and scoring on by us is most of the aspects like what we have seen in majority of the tournaments is like the batting team generally does the scoring, which sometimes is overloading for the batting team, as well as there are possibilities of errors also. Errors like you put the runs to some other batsmen. It's not about like deliberately doing some sort of like manipulation or anything, but it's by mistake. You may put it to some other batsman, and then like these kind of errors are pretty much evident in a lot of tournaments, which we want to eliminate because we have couple of awards for man of the matches, most valuable player, best batsman, best bowler. So if that is the case, we don't want to be unfair to any player there. Okay, so that is the reason we are gonna do that umpiring, organizing, and then scoring all these things. So definitely for the 2 complete days, our presence will be there on the ground along with you, serving you with whatever best we can do. Okay?
So just to add one thing, Casey, having said that, so we played many games here in Charlotte. We know how the umpiring goes and everything, but we will definitely set the standards high and we will try to give our best judgment that is possible on the field. But if something goes wrong, also I hope everyone respects our decision because we are also human. We also do some mistakes. But whatever we feel, the best decision on the day for the ground, so we'll go with that one.
Yeah. So again, to elaborate a little bit, our promise is we are trying 100% hard to keep that fun element, skill element in the game, as well as an organizers, we wanted to be get differentiated in the aspect of fairness and then like treating players or like having that games organized in a better way. We don't want to go back and comment about any tournaments that are there, and we want to like pluck on that what is that the loopholes or the weaknesses of other tournaments. But all we are trying to do is to be better than whatever we feel could have been done better in the other tournaments. Nothing against or offensive against any other tournaments. I'll leave it there and I'll proceed ahead. uh, any other things? Yeah, an important thing that every captain has to note is there will be a magic over, so which is something a custom rule again. Out of the 6 overs, 1 over will be called as a magic over. The choosing option will be with the batsman, so he can pick any over as a magic over. It can be the first over or the sixth over or whatever it is, depending on his choice. So, what does the magic over tell all about? So, the magic over is simply a regular over, a 6 ball over, but the difference is the number of runs that get scored in that over will be doubled. If a team scores 10 runs in that magic over, it will be 20 runs as counted. Okay, to bring in that fun element. But then coming to the wickets, if a team loses 3 wickets or 2 wickets in that magic over, nothing is impacted. The scoreboard stays 2 wickets only. It's only the difference that will be made will be the number of runs that are scored. Clear?
Yeah. So how this magic oval will be opted?
Yeah, the batsman will have the option. He can pick at any given point of time. It can be the first over of the innings, or can be second, third, fourth, or fifth, depending on the choice of the batsman. He says like, okay, guys, we wanted this over to be a magic over. That's all you need to tell to the umpire. Then
So it should
No.
be chosen only before the over gets started, right? Not during the over,
that's
right?
perfectly right, Devapur.
Yeah.
And the fielding side can change the bowler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
One more question. So
Please.
once the bowler is decided that who is gonna bowl, then can the
Uh,
batsman decide to go with the magic over, or should we decide before knowing who the bowler is?
No, yeah, good question. But I would put that question back to you. What do you want to have as captains?
Yeah, generally magic over. If batsman feels this is the over that I need to target for, that's when the meaning of the magic over lies, right?
Right, exactly. So this is the thought from our side. But again, we'll put it back to your feedback
Yeah,
also.
yeah. Up
So the
to the
moment,
other captains. Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
yeah, the moment the batsman chooses the bowler, there is no going back in or like changing the bowler. Okay, from a magic over point of view.
I
John,
I have a
please,
suggestion. So,
please.
can we do it within 3 hours? First 3 hours, the batsman can select in first 3 hours.
This is also a good point.
Just
Let
to
me
suggest
check back, please. Yeah, let me check back and I'll come back with an updated rule on that one. But as of now, what we are saying is uh, the batsman will choose the magic over, but then once that magic over is chosen, the bowler cannot be changed. So the batsman needs to be wisely wait, and then before the start of the over, probably he can come down or like he can tell that one to avoid any confusion. Okay, and then I'll go back to Siroj. Siroj, you have a point, I believe. Please.
Yeah, how does the scoring goes to the batsman? Like if a batsman hit a
Double.
four, so
It will be added as like
eight
uh,
runs.
eight
Yeah.
runs, 8 runs.
Yeah.
But again, there is something that I need to work out in a technical terms in terms of that app. But ideally, if it is a six, it will be counted as 12 for that batsman. But how does that comes into the what is this like the app?
No,
How does it uh, how does it represent that I need to give it try or have that concrete setup?
because that will be considered for the best batsman as well, right?
Definitely, Suresh.
So some batsmen could have played the magic over, and someone could not have played the magic over. So how do you?
Agree, but end of the day, it will be the team decision, right? And the good thing is that like the other people doesn't select the batsman, so it's again a team game. As a team collectively, you can take a decision. It's up to the captain or the batsman who wanted to do that one. Um, so the option is there with the batting team itself.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And then the other point is the last man batting. Considering this being a short, John, please.
yeah, sorry. You just told that the once the bowler came, then only the batsman can choose the bowler, right? Like the magic over,
Yeah, it's
right?
better. Yeah.
So at the time, like say from a fielding captain perspective, you see that there would be good bowlers, there would be bad bowlers, there would be like a wicket taker. So there should be possibility for the fielding team as well, right? It would be a fair thing to change the bowler if he calls a magic over, like a super over. Like there are some power play overs that we plan out, right?
Mm.
So it should be like this is purely on batsman right now. The magic over should
Correct.
there should be a equal advantage for both, right?
Yeah,
Like
I'll tell you the rationale behind that. We have played couple of balls or like tested a couple of overs on the field. Myself, Krish and Harsha was there. This is something like it's not like 50-50, 50% to the batsman, 50% to to the bowler. Rather, I would put it this way: 60% to the bowler and 40% to the batsman. Because of the rules, because of the with the ground conditions, all those things. Again, to your point, definitely, there should be a treatment equality between the bowlers and batsmen, but not every rule can be fit into that ratio. This rule, to make it more, what is this like fun? This was inclined to the batsman. That's the only rationale. There is nothing technical behind that. But if you want to give a thought on that one, John, we'll take that point. I'll take that point also, and then think about having something change in terms of bowler
yeah, thank
calling the magic. Give it to us. So 2 points from your side, John. First 3 overs, magic over, and then the change of bowler option is there or not. We'll talk about this offline myself, and then we'll
you.
communicate.
What I see is like there would be like a disappointment for so many people. Like if it goes wrong, right? Like people see the first match plan out, the second match they will watch out the person whom they have to target and all the stuff. So it's purely for the batsman.
Mm,
So there should be equal like something we have to plan against the batsman also, right? Like
yeah.
so.
Point taken, John. Give us some time. We'll come back with an update on that. Siroj,
Yeah,
please.
actually, I also vote for that one.
Yeah, Santan. Okay, thanks for your vote. Siroj, please.
Actually, it's not completely the whole batting team, right? Because you have already taken away three-quarters of the field from the batting perspective. So I think it is rationally
And
that's good.
Correct. Okay. We'll definitely, yeah, these points are definitely taken and your votes are also considered. What we'll do to accommodate this, give us some time, probably a day. Myself, Harsha and Krish will talk about this. We'll come up with the best possible fittings solution for this one.
Yeah. So avoid the conflicts. I think, like, once the bowler calls the guard, right, as a
Mm,
continuation, whatever it is,
correct.
then the batsman should, like, ask for it, so that, like, there won't be any conflict and it will be very clear.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah,
yeah,
100% with you. Thank you. I'll move ahead. Um, So those are the important points, and then we spoke about tournament, and then the next thing is to talk about LBWs, buys and overthrows. We are not going with LBWs. Obviously, if no LBWs, then no leg buys. Okay, but there are buys and overthrows, and these are like straightforward rules as we follow in rest of the ICC matches or anything like that. Okay. And then coming to no ball, this is an important section we need to talk a little bit here. I'll give you some representations here. Yeah, we are going with what is this, like five types of no balls. One is a full toss, which is above the waist height. The second one is the front foot ball. The third one is the back foot no ball. Fourth one is a substitution, and the fifth one is a bowler hitting stumps. I'll tell you like what these five are. Okay, and then like even there is one more, total six, and not telling the guard also. So the first one is this full toss above the waist. So this is straightforward ICC rule. Any ball that doesn't pitch and come as a full toss beyond your or like above your waist is called is a no ball. Straightforward. Front foot no ball is also straightforward. If a bowler's front foot is going beyond the popping geese, then it is a no ball. Okay. Back foot, if your back foot is touching the side crease, then it is called as a no ball. Okay. And then the third one is the substitution rule. So basically, what we are doing is we are allowing substitution, but a max of two substitutes will be on the ground at any given point of time. That is one important rule. Second thing is the person who leaves the field can come back to the field, but then have to wait the same amount of time before he actually bowls or bat. This is also regular ICC rule. Okay, that is on the substitution. Coming back to the no balls, while a bowler is delivering a ball, if he hits the non-striker side stumps, it is called as a no ball. That is one thing. And then when the bowler is actually bowling for the first time, if he fails to tell the guard to the umpire is well within the rights to call it as a no ball. So these are the types of no balls. And then the important point is all these no balls, irrespective of what kind of no ball it is, every no ball is qualified as a free hit. Okay,
What if the free hit is hit outside the leg side and offside?
good point. We haven't thought about it, to be honest with you, John. We haven't given a thought about it.
but
Hitting
that
a no ball. Go ahead, Krish.
no, but it's still a free hit, so we won't consider batsman as out. So it's just like regular out as per our customized rules also, Casey.
Yeah, it is
So
out, but that is
yeah,
not listed in this rule book.
rule
So
book we'll update.
it's a miss from our side.
Yeah,
So we
good
will
one.
update that one. Okay, can I continue?
That's okay. It's about discussing things, right? So yeah. Good
Please,
job.
please, important. You're helping us. And then the next thing is wide. Here is a tricky rule or a slightly changed rule here. So okay, wide generally we're talking about when it is wide, like on the uh, off side of the batsman or the leg side of the batsman. Those kind of rules stays as it is. We're pretty much in line with the ICC. The other thing is we don't have a rule of one per over, one bouncer per over. Okay, someone wants to join the call. Indira Devi, not sure who, but I'll admit.
Sudha wants to join the call.
Sudha.
Sudha,
Sudha from Mills finally is here.
Welcome Sudha. You're right on the time, Sudha. Sudha is an old friend of us. Okay, continuing there.
Hey Krishna Chaitanya,
I,
thanks for the invite. How are you? Long time no see.
right. Okay, Sudha, I'll continue because like we are in middle of the discussion.
Sure, sure.
Uh, so on the wide, like as I said, like there is no one ball bouncer rule. Any ball which is uh, above the shoulder is definitely or falls into this region of wides or not. Then I'll tell you like what is a wide and what is not. Okay, any ball that is above the shoulder of a batsman, and then if the batsman fail to hit it, or like if he don't connect that ball, that will be straight away called as a wide. Okay, and if a ball is above the shoulder of the batsman, or even above the shoulder, even after, above the head also, if the batsman hits that ball, it will be counted a legitimate ball. So there is no balls in terms of bouncers, but if the batsman don't hit the ball, if it is above the shoulder, then it is called as a wide, and if the batsman hits, it's a legitimate ball. Okay,
And Casey, you're saying again there is no one for the rule over.
exactly.
Okay.
Okay. And then, yeah, coming to the scoring and live streaming. So we are going with Crick Heroes as the scoring and the live streaming app. So I've been like using Crick Heroes when I was like when I was playing in India, and then I continued to use it for a couple of years. Uh, Crick Clubs is widely used here in USA. The one reason why we wanted to go away from Click Clubs is the UI in Crick Heroes is much more appealing, and then the insight that Crick Heroes provides and the way the stats are segregated are much more premier than Crick Clubs. Obviously, that's one thing. And then there is a pricing uh, uh, strategy also, which which is like more comfortable for us from a Crick Heroes point of view. If I have to give, I don't have that. I haven't brought it, but you will like it from a UI point of view, and then there will be a lot of stats are also like those are like pretty much like segregated in a clear and then easy to understand way rather than Crick Clubs. Even I am part of Crick Clubs from past 1 year. When I compare between Crick Clubs and Crick Heroes, um, my inclination is towards Crick Heroes because of numerous reasons. For you, you will like it because of the UI and because of the ease of use, and then because of the insight, the way that insights are provided to you. And then the live scoring, I told about live scoring. Live streaming is also from Crick Heroes. The live streaming will directly go to the YouTube channel, CMCL YouTube channel. What we will be doing is we will share the link of our YouTube channel. You can subscribe, and then all these live streamings will be available in our YouTube channel. Okay. So we spoke about substitutions, and then the last but one aspect is the awards. So as part of these awards, what we have thought and be ready with is the winner trophy, and then the runner trophy, the most valuable player memento, and then the best batsman, best bowler, and then playoffs man of the matches, and then there will be medals, eight in number for each winning team, and then the runners team. I'll just quickly show you something. Uh, Let me know when you can see this one. Hopefully. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we're still seeing the rules talk.
Rule stop. Let me stop it and then
Casey, I have a question here.
yes, Sudha.
Right, is the on the line wide or no?
On the line is a wide.
Wide, wide.
Wide.
Okay.
So you should be able to see my screen because I'm sharing it again. Window. Can you see my screen?
Mm, Not yet. Yes, it's loading.
These are the trophies. Beside these, there are medals and then man of the match trophies also, individual trophies for the playoffs. Just to give a glimpse, like these are the trophies what we are like going with for this. Who wants to have their hands on the first, and who will be the man of the match? Sorry, MVP.
MVP.
Okay. Hope you like these trophies. Then I'll stop sharing and then go to the last section. The last section is an important one, purely on the rules. So this softball ground is located pretty much in the heart of city like Concord, very close to 485, and then this is a school ground. So having said that, it is very important to be very professional. Any indecent behavior is not a good thing there, and no smoking, no alcohol, or any abusive language is obviously is not welcome. And with a great hard work, we brought this ground. It was a really hard because we tried for something which is accessible by almost all corners of Charlotte. So that's where we brought this ground with a lot of hard work. Our reputation is in your hands, guys. So my request to all of you is we will help you to definitely support you in whatever matter, whichever way it is. In return, what we are expecting is to help us to save our reputation in terms of like behavior or like for the next time if you go there and ask for them for the ground, the people should not be telling like we are not fit for that ground. So again, I'm repeating, no offensive behavior, no sledging, no alcohol, no smoking, no indecent behavior. This is all we wanted from you, along with the support. All right, that's all from a rules point of view. I know I have taken 50 minutes of your time. I'll stop here and I'll leave the
So,
forum for any questions or any other discussions.
Casey, before going on to the questions, you want to cover on the other 2 points. That is, one is on the reporting time and on the single batsman rule.
Single batsman we spoke. Reporting I haven't talked,
Okay.
but you brought it clearly. The reporting time is another important thing because Saturday Sundays obviously one reason why we wanted to have a short tournament is we don't want to kill your family time or any other time for by having a super long tournament. So that's one aspect. And then but then Charlotte these days are like growing very vigorously in terms of cricket. Every Saturday Sunday you can't go and get a player, and then like every team is like behind all the players to asking them to be part of their team. So that's the demand. So what I'm trying to convey here is like any Saturday or Sunday, uh, any given point of time or any team, they are pretty much into multiple tournaments. And then to respect the time, as my close friend, other organizer, Harsha used to tell, like in US, time is the most precious thing. So we don't want to like consume your time by keeping you waiting or like or make it unproductive. Okay. So all what we are looking is to respect the time of other opponents and other players. So that's where like we are saying like you need to report in the ground before 30 minutes of your play, and then the penalty of not reporting that like any delay is that like for every 5 minutes of your time or delay you will lose 1 hour of your innings, your batting innings.
So 30 minutes prior to the match time,
Correct.
and the full team has to be there, or just like captain needs to be there, and like the team will be coming.
It's preferable to be having the full team, but at
Mhm.
least four people should be a good count. At least you can go ahead and start.
Right.
Um, Yeah. See, again, the scheduling part is very tricky for us. Because generally what is happening is like everybody comes with some request, but we want it to be flexible in the initial stages itself. Uh, because like we are not coming to you and telling that like okay we are putting your games and so on so do it, but we will take all the aspects and try to make it more convenient, because like 3 league games on a day, it's preferable somebody comes in, spares a couple of hours there and then like completes the games and go away. That is better rather than coming in the morning and play something and coming in the evening and play something, which is something that is one aspect that we are trying to minimize or like make it more optimized. We'll tell you the schedule well in advance, and then I request, when the schedule comes to you, consider that like there are a lot of aspects that were taken into consideration to come up with that schedule. My request is not to ask for any changes to the schedule, because that will put our complete setup into a risky scenario, because this is a two-day game. 2 days of full time venue is blocked already. Anything that is changing in terms of schedule will hit us big in terms of commercials also. That's the reason.
Um, so are you planning to get the league matches on the first day and the
No,
other
not all the
matches?
league matches can happen in the first day itself, Shashi.
Okay.
Uh, it'll be definitely the playoffs will be in the evening of the second day. The meaning
Okay.
till the afternoon of the second day, the league match will continue. Okay. So
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to say. We are trying to be we are trying to keep the schedule in a way that like it doesn't put too much of an effort from the teams. We'll try our best, but then again, finishing the games in 2 days with that 12 team setup is obviously a tough thing. We'll try our level best to keep it more comfortable for all the teams.
Sounds good. And in the league stage, each team will play 3 matches, right?
Three, three
Three. Yeah.
minimum of
Three
three games
matches.
will be. Please.
Okay, okay. And back to back, are you considering for back to back games for team?
Yes,
Or
that is definitely on cards. Reason
yeah,
is, as I said, like it doesn't really make super sense to for a team to play in the morning at
correct.
8 or 9 o'clock and play something in the
Exactly.
evening at 6 o'clock. But there could be scenarios because 2 days, as I am saying, is tough to satisfy all the constraints whatever we have. But we'll try to minimize that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
No, no, that's a good point to have. Like a back to back games. Like it will ease the time for us,
Yeah,
and we can
Correct.
go for the next tournament as you said.
right, right. Open for questions. Serious, please.
Yeah. So can you go over the bouncer rule?
Bouncer rule, do you want me to tell it again or do you want me to show it in the Siraj, can you hear me?
I
Yeah, yeah,
think
I can. Can you hear
there
me?
is.
Yes, I
Yep.
can now.
So anything over the shoulder is a bouncer, and anything over the head is a white ball, just in regular cricket, right?
Regular.
And
Yeah.
any,
But
yeah, and second bouncer is a no, right?
no ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But here we
we
don't
have
have any
changed
limit
that
for.
rule rather than going with your voice is breaking, Siraj.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're breaking up a
some
lot.
lag.
He was asking about the limit, Casey. Is there any limit for bouncers?
No, we don't have a one bouncer rule at all. What we are trying to say is any ball should be uh, below the shoulder height of the batsman. Okay. If in worst case scenario, if the ball is above the shoulder height and if the batsman hit that ball, then we are calling it as a legitimate. If the batsman doesn't hit it, if it is over the shoulder, then
So
it's a wide, straight wide.
So shoulder is a wide, not head.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just making sure. Correct.
correct,
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
And then the what is this? The deciding authority will be the leg and the main umpires. Simroj, that does answer your question.
Yep, yep, got it. Thank you.
Any other questions from anyone?
So Krish, Harsha, and you, bro, are you guys also playing in this tournament?
I
No, we decided not to play by.
We
We'll
decided
not play.
not to play, and there is, if you see the list of the games, there is one team which is Brindas Boys, which is our team. But
Okay.
what we are trying to do is we wanted to like take that team also off from the list. We wanted somebody else to come in. Uh, but in
Yeah,
worst case scenario, if Bindas buys place, so we will definitely be fair. You will not get that feeling at all. But we wanted to take that team off completely from the list. We wanted somebody else to come in, and we are working on that. Probably by end of day tomorrow, you may see a replacement for Bindas Boys.
yeah,
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like, yeah.
Yeah, we are not like it's a conscious decision, Shashi, but we don't want to be part of or like take sides of any
yeah,
That's great on
team.
you guys. Yeah, that's a good, like organization.
Yeah,
Great on you guys.
yeah. Definitely, we are working with three other teams. They're going to confirm most probably tomorrow for us. But whoever comes first, so definitely we want to replace Bindas Boys with that. So hopefully we'll let you know, guys. Keep posted on that.
yeah. All right, perfect. I'm very happy the way the call went, and I'm 100% confident that the same spirit will be carried onto the field also. And as I said, like our promise is to make it as fun, as energetic, and um, enjoyable this tournament. All I request on behalf of our rest of two friends organizers is we're looking forward for your support, and we whatever best we can do to keep this as fair as clean, we will do. That's our promise from our side.
Yeah. Okay, just to add to Casey's thing, again, we are also very new to. We are not new to cricket, but we are very new to organizing these tournaments and stuff. But again, this is a starting point, so we want to continue further, much more, and do much bigger things. We all need the same support from all of you guys, like how we are doing it today.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys for like your perfect organization and everything. For sure, like you will have the support and a word from my team to all the captains. Let's go there and like have fun and. If there is any instance that happened, like like let's talk in captain to captain and with the empire itself, so that
Yeah.
like it will go in a smooth way, and like we support the organization here, organize, I mean, and take it forward to the next tournaments as well.
Yep. Thanks, Shashi. And also during the tournament day, Shashi, I think we missed this one. So we are going to print out all the custom rules and give it to the each team's captain so that you can explain to all the team members. And we are also need all the team players to sign a waiver form before the start of the game. But all the custom rules, whatever the change, we are going to put it on a paper and share it with the captains on the given day.
All right then, thanks everyone for your time. We'll be in
Thanks.
touch. Krish will continue to send out the communications, and yeah, thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thanks a lot, guys, for joining in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.